Welcome, everybody, and thank you for taking the time to join our networking Zoom event. I'm the founder and CEO of Solveres. Solveres just means solutions in Latin, and that's what we're all about. We have a website with about 8 solutions. There's something for everybody. Not only can you benefit, bring more value to your existing life, we're talking about customer acquisition for your existing business with our business directory and our vendor program. And it's all about our mission is to set up some security for you, a legacy type income. And there's no hype in our organization. We just talk about the business and, like I said, bringing more value. To give you an opportunity to network, what we're going to do, how the format of this meeting goes, is that I'm going to go around, have everybody say who they are, where they're from, and what they do. Everybody takes about 15 seconds or so. And then I'm going to share my screen, show you a little bit about the website, a few of our new solutions. And then I'm going to turn it over to our guest speaker, and I'll introduce him in just a moment. So with that, so you know a little bit about me. I've been married for 40 years, 2 beautiful daughters, couple of grandkids. My background's in real estate and networking, and you can read about that online. So that's me. I live in Portland, Oregon. And I'm going to turn it over to our VP of Real Estate. Has personally sold over $600 million worth. And Bo, you're muted and your screen is also frozen. So I will come back to you, Bo. For some reason, you're frozen. I'm going to go to Frank Segunas on Lake Oswego. Frank, you're also muted.
Yeah,
Yeah, please feel to
Mark, I think I'm good now.
Okay, let's start with Bo. Go ahead, Bo.
Hey, so I'm Bo Weidman. I'm a realtor a long time, since 1975. I started when I was a baby, but been licensed since 1975. I've done real estate. I'm with eXp Realty. I'm also vice president of the real estate and nonprofit division for Solveres. We can help all of our Solveres customers save 20% on either side when they buy or sell real estate. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Bo. And now I'm going to go to my friend of over 20 years, Frank Segunas. He's not only an excellent athlete, his niece won 3 Olympic gold medals in fencing. Frank, say hello. Who are you? Where do you live and what do you do? We might have a bandwidth problem here. I'm going to save you for a little bit later, Cami. I'm going to go to our VP of Business Development, Steve. Would you please unmute and say hello?
I sure will. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, Steve Muckensnabel from Ridgefield, Washington. I'm just across the river from Mark and around the corner from Bo. I've owned several businesses, from real estate brokerage, martial arts schools, and fitness facilities. Currently, in addition to doing Solveres, I founded a company called Pono University, where we host online personal and business development courses. So if you have any courses or anything you want to share with the public and sell as a course or give away as a gift, we can host that on our site free or very, very inexpensively.
Thank you, Steve. And you know, all the officers and several members in the field are also co-owners in Solveres. One of them is Dusty Staub. Now, Dusty is Steve's partner. He'll every Thursday he does out of one of his books, something on courage. It's just tremendous. You're going to want to be here to listen to that Thursday night. I'm going to have Cami introduce Alan when she's talking, but I'm going to go to Greg Gill in Scottsdale, a retired attorney that we love to have on the team. Greg, please say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm been involved with investments for 30 plus years. I had an investment banking firm in Newport Beach, California. I'm presently in Scottsdale, Arizona, and funding medical equipment these days. So anybody has any desire for funding of medical equipment, I'm your guy.
Thank you, Greg. I'm going to go to our CTO. Micah is absolutely unbelievable. He was voted top 10 CEOs worldwide in network marketing companies. He runs our software. He's tested it. He created it in 2013. It's run millions of transactions with hundreds of thousands of distributors. And the reason I tell you that is because we're not flying a plane while we're trying to build it. 100,000 people could come on tomorrow and it wouldn't skip a beat. Micah, please say hello.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. And yeah, let me touch on that. Normally I'll give a better overview of sort of who I am, but in modern times, affiliates, distributors are attracted to strong platforms, to technology, and they can smell a mile away if something isn't put together right. Technology is the key. Product, service, everything else that we do, but technology, I think, is the foundational key. So I come at this and bring to Solveres many years of owning businesses, operating fulfillment centers, understanding logistics, and developing software to automate, businesses with complex operations. And we've done exactly that here. Most all, if not all, of our third-party partners are connected through APIs. Our sign-up process is completely automated. Our commission engine is completely automated. You don't have to worry about someone, downloading an Excel file and calculating who gets paid what and something happening wrong. It's always going to happen correctly.
Perfect. Thank you, Micah. I'm going to save Bruce for last because he's going to be our guest speaker tonight. I see Gary on here. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, Y-A-K-I-M. Gary, if you'd like to say hello, who you are, where you are, and what you do. Well, two things, Gary. We can't hear you, and the camera's not really on your face, which is not that big a deal. Okay, Gary, I'm going to go ahead and ask. We're having some difficulty.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so where do you live and what do you do?
I live in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, and I'm a former life insurance salesman, and now I'm marketing on the internet.
Perfect. Well, you're going to enjoy hearing from Bruce a little bit later. So thank you, Gary. I'm going to go now to our VP of social media. She'll spend as much time as it takes to help you get exposure online. So Marissa, please say hello.
Hi, Marissa Hughes here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And yes, you can ask me, or if you need assistance on, social media, sorry. Yeah, I'm here to help you. And I'll be Mark, and I've helped Mark and Bobby Smith. Yeah.
Yes.
So far.
Perfect, Marissa. I'm going to go to our Southern California realtor, Francis. Please say hello.
Hi. Hello. Anyway, Francis Caldwell here in Newport Beach, and I've been a realtor for 20 years and a rogue entrepreneur for the last 40 years.
And we're very grateful because she's the person that led us to our senior solution. Thank you, Francis. I'm going to go
I have another solution to bring too.
Then let's talk tomorrow. Thank you.
Sure.
I'm going to go to our VP of operations. Jeff used to write code for and software for the Department of Defense. Family man, just a great guy, chairman of with a nonprofit that's going to be coming on board. Jeff, say hello.
Hi, thanks, Mark. Glad to be here. Good to see all the new faces and old faces too. I am from Frankfort, Indiana, just north of Indianapolis. A wife, 3 kids, and as Mark mentioned, I do software development, custom software development, website design. And I did want to say that these, being on here with everyone, the networking is paying off for me. I've made some good new contacts, new clients from this networking event. So back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you. We're going to go to Bruce. I know he's in life insurance, and last time you joined us, you were in your car, and I'm just glad you're back. Bruce, would you like to say who you are and what you do, and just say hi?
Sure. I'm Bruce Davis in Erie, Pennsylvania, and glad to be stationary, and also very happy that Bobby's not flexing on us tonight. So I've been in the insurance industry since 1988, specializing in the senior market since 2007 with Medicare and senior related products, which is very interesting, particularly with what we're going to talk about tonight and going forward. So glad to see everybody here. We're at 35 participants, which has got my heart racing a little bit.
Well, Bruce, thank you. And I will definitely be bringing you back on. And but there is another Bruce. He's in his car. He's on an iPhone, it looks like. Bruce is also in the insurance industry. Would you like to say hello? Okay, if I see you on mute, I'll come back. A co-owner, Dave Kidder, is here. Dave, would you like to say hello?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Dave Kidder, I'm an associate broker with Keller Williams in Fresno, California. I got my license a year after Bo did, I think. And I moved to California in 94 and been with Keller Williams since 2012. So that's me.
Perfect. Thank you, Dave. I'm going to go to Leslie Wolf. Leslie, would you like to unmute and kind of a little bit about you and where you live and what you do? If I see you on mute, I'll come back. Our VP of Finance has access to hundreds of millions of dollars. He's working on a few projects for members right now. Bobby, please unmute. And he's also a co-owner, and say hello.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to see everyone here. It's exciting to see the faces going down. Many new faces here today, and just happy that everyone is part of it. I'm Bobby Smith. I'm here in Mississippi, of course, in the South Market, pretty much. But I reach out around the country. I work with different prospects, and also as real investors and business owners as well, concerning funding for their projects and new buildings, of course, and new construction as well. But I'm here, of course, to work with anyone who has a need, of course, in that space. Just contact me. I will leave my information, of course, in the chat. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. And next to you on the screen, I'm not going to say the name incorrectly. It's SITI. If you can hear me, please say hello. Who are you? Where do you live? Hi there.
Awesome. Hi, my name is City Brannon. I live in Savannah, Georgia. I'm an insurance agent and I market also for a energy company, wholesale energy company out of Dallas, Texas.
I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Well, you're in being in insurance, you're going to love to hear from Bruce in a little bit. Thank you.
Yes.
And I know Gene wanted to stay muted tonight. There's a gentleman, I can't pronounce your name. I'll spell it. Fahrudin. If you would like to unmute and say hello, we'd love to meet you. Who are you? Where are you? And what do you do? I'll come back if I see you unmute. Amber Green, would you like to say hello? Oh, there he's unmuted. Please go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was me. Fahrudin, but you may call me Farko.
Well, welcome to the call. Where do you live?
I live in Serbia.
Excellent. And what do you do?
I'm spending time with Jack Bosma mostly on the internet. We both like internet and we like that kind of life. That's what I do. I can say that currently I'm just investing time in my personal development so that I could engage later on, because I'm 41 and I see that I must make some big changes to finally achieve some of my dreams, because otherwise it will not work. But I love military, I love special forces units, I love weapons. Everything I think of for me is a weapon, in a way that I understand that war life is not easy. Whatever you want to achieve, you have to think about defenses, and everything is in life is practical. That is who I am and what I do.
Well, it's nice to meet you, and I look forward to visiting further with you. Thank you for being on the call, okay? All right, I'm going to go to Vanessa. Vanessa Taylor, please say hello.
Yes, hi, greetings, everyone. My name is Vanessa Taylor. I'm here in Savannah, Georgia. I'm along with Juneteenth Atlanta, and also I'm a critical networker. I want to thank City Brannon, Bob Johnson, and Amber Green for coming on and sharing this hour with us.
Yeah, I'm just crazy about you. Thank you, Vanessa. All right, I'm going to go to Robert Johnson. Would you like to say hello? if I see you on mute, I'll come right back to you. And we're going to go with Vincent Patterson. Vincent, I know your cold is probably over by now. Would you like to say hello? Looks like Robert's joining us.
Yes, I'm
hey,
Vincent.
Robert.
Yes, this is Robert Johnson. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a program director for a nonprofit organization by the name of Juneteenth Atlanta Parade and Music Festival. We were just responsible for successfully finally bringing Juneteenth as a national holiday in the United States of America. And I'm really excited about being here. I was invited by Vanessa Taylor and also a friend of Bobby Hunter. And this is very interesting, and I'm just gonna observe, and thank you for having me.
Well, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Yeah, Bobby Hunter is a great guy. He's brought in quite a few people. He's just excellent. Okay, thank you, Robert. And I'm going to hop over to Mr. Gold. I just joined. If you'd like to say who you are, where you are, and what you do, this is about networking and customer acquisition for your existing business, in addition to your Solveres business. I'll say hi, Mr. Gold Crypto.
Well, good evening. My real name is Stancil Johnson, invited by the one and only and the world famous Miss Vanessa Taylor. Vanessa knows everybody on the planet. So if you know Vanessa, you're blessed.
Thank you, Stancil. I didn't know you was on. Thank you.
Well, you know, Vanessa, I got to represent. When you ask, I got to show up. That's how it is. So, you know, I'm big into networking. I love technology here in Atlanta. I live probably about 1.5 miles from what's called Atlanta Tech Village. And once every other month, I go to what's called Atlanta Startup Village, where I get to watch 5 startup companies pitch their tech widget. So if anybody's in the Atlanta area and you really want to know what's going on in the tech scene, that's the place to be. You meet all kind of people there, all ages, all races, all creeds, trying to stay on top of their game when it comes to technology. So that's who I am. That's who invited me. And I am privileged to be here. Thank you, Vanessa, for the privilege to show up.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. We've got a couple more here. Let's go to Lance Bessner. Would you like to unmute and say hello? If I see you unmute, I'll come right back. And now this is a co-owner of the company, Brittany Kramer. Brittany, if you'd like to unmute and say hello, where you live and what you do, we'd love to meet you. And if I see her unmute, I'm going to come back. Now I'm going to introduce somebody that I met yesterday that Boaz has spent a lot of time with, a couple hours today. She has a program that could bring tremendous value to Solveres members and nonprofits. And I think there's a fit here. And I'd like her to talk a little bit about what she does and what she sees we can do with Solveres. And then she can introduce her fiance, Alan. So Cami, welcome. Please take it away.
Well, thank you for giving me a couple of minutes. I know that everyone's time is valuable. I'll keep it really brief, and I'll invite you guys to come watch a bunch of videos with us and attend some of our classes. Bo came to the master class today. This is about charitable gifting of real estate. $9 billion a year is currently donated to nonprofits through gifts of real estate. Every donation of real estate, in order to get the cash to the nonprofits, has to be sold. They are listings for real estate agents. They are full commission listings. We don't want 10% of your commission. We don't want you to discount it. We want to pay you to give, on average, $600,000. One piece of real estate on average brings $600,000 in equity. That's not the list price. List price can be $1 million, $2 million, $10 million. It's the equity. So to keep it really simple, there are 3 ways people can help nonprofits through real estate. One is if the donor goes and sells their property and gives the proceeds to the nonprofit world. Nonprofit gets the least amount of money. The donor gets the least amount of benefits. It is the worst way to do it and is what is suggested so often. The second way is if that donor donates it directly to your church, the Boys and Girls Club, the veteran group. Here's the problem. 99.9% of nonprofits will not take real estate. It's complicated, it's risky, and it costs money to pay off mortgages and put on roofs and hold them until closing. So the third way is what we teach, what we want to bring to Solveres. We want to help you guys. We have a third party that takes title, makes it super easy. The nonprofits never have any risk. They never take title. They never come out of pocket any money to pay off mortgages or put on a roof or any of that stuff. We make it easy for all 1.5 million nonprofits to benefit from real estate. We want realtors to list it. We want insurance people. We want financial advisors. We'll teach you how any business can make money making a difference through gifting of real estate. And my fiance is here. Alan is the VP of the Real Agents of Change. We'll put in the chat some links to some free videos you guys can watch. Alan, share with them your background and why you are perfect for the nonprofit liaison.
Thank you. Yeah, my name is Alan Biles. I'm the VP of the Real Agents of Change. Over my career, I've been involved with marketing, brand development, sales for big companies, Amazon, MCI Telecom, McCormick Spice Company, and have consistently been over the last 20 years a personal trainer and nutritional coach. So when I met Cami in December, I was actually in the process of getting back into personal training in a new area in Florida after just moving here from Baltimore. And when she told me about what she did about bringing millions, if not billions of dollars to the nonprofit world, being a veteran and having experience dealing with veteran causes and seeing the work that they're getting, the good work that they're getting done as a veteran, it sort of called to my heart. And knowing her background with charities and her real estate background and how she's just perfectly married it together, no pun intended. Yeah, we fell in love, and it's just literally been, let's go.
Well, Cami, are you finished, or do you want to wrap it up real quick, or would you like me to take over?
I'll just wrap it up by saying one of your members was generous enough to reach out and bring this to my attention. I have now been super impressed with the level of communication from the leaders and the owners of this company. All it takes is a little bit of understanding, and we can change 9 billion to 29 billion a year going to the nonprofit world. And it might as well be with your realtors, your nonprofits, and all you good people. Thanks for letting us speak, Mark.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I have one nonprofit in mind that we've implemented our program with that has 16,500 donors.
Mark, can I just say something?
I'm going to, who's speaking? Sure.
It's Frank, and it's.
Oh, yeah, Frank.
It's exactly the soul of what you're trying to do. Okay. I just met this person and her fiance. I wish it was a fiance, but I'm not. Okay. I'm just saying the guy has the same, everybody has the same kind of understanding what we're trying to do. And
yeah, and you're right. Cami, I think Cami and Alan are a perfect fit because this entire group is spiritually based. Yeah, and we want to make a difference, and that's the legacy that we want to leave. All right, with that, Bruce, get ready. I'm going to share my screen.
Hey, Mark. After the meeting, there's people on the second page that we didn't get to. So after the presentation, we might want to get to them.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Bo. Okay. All right, I'm sharing my screen.
Let's hear what Bruce has to say. It's so exciting.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get to that right now. You mean Bruce Davis, right? Yeah, I'm getting to that right now. So these are our solutions right here. I don't have time to go into all of them tonight, but I will just mention on this one, this artificial intelligence prospecting. When you join, you get 100 prospects. You can use them for your existing business or your Solveres business. You set the criteria for what you're looking for. And we go down here, here's ERC. This is employee retention credit. And there's a simple form here that employer fills out. How many employees did they have in 2021? How many did they have in 2022? And it kicks it right out. They can get back $26,000 per employee just for keeping people employed. This is all over and above PPP. I mean, they have $400 billion, and we have a direct connection with the best attorneys and state people to get this through very quickly for employers. And there's tremendous commission schedule in there. But what I want to talk about tonight is the senior solution, and it's coming up. I'm in a kind of a low bandwidth area, but I'm going to take a minute because it's important. That's what Bruce is going to talk about tonight. I'm going to mention one thing and turn it over to Bruce. All right, so here it is. So in this program, if you're 65 or older, you can become a member of this organization that we've partnered with for only $126 for that one payment. We have all these different services that we provide, but the one we're going to talk about tonight, it's called Final Expense Program. And I'm going to turn this over to our VP of Insurance, co-owner in the company, Bruce. Please share. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Mark. So, okay, I'm going to give you as much information as I possibly can about this, but we did sign a non-disclosure agreement, and there's a lot of people on this call who have not signed that. And so staying, very true to the letter of that, I'm going to do the best I possibly can. Okay, because I know everybody's got questions. All right, and I will answer as many as I possibly can. All right. So at this point in time, this program is available in the following states: California, Nevada, Texas, Arizona, Florida, Pennsylvania, Oregon, Virginia, Washington, Illinois, and Hawaii. Now, we will be adding states as we go along, but we just added Pennsylvania because that's where I am. And we're going to get this thing launched. And then once it's launched, then we will be adding additional states. So just because I didn't say your state, it doesn't mean that it won't be available. It just means that you have to be patient. And I cannot stress that. Please be patient. I know everybody wants things to happen yesterday, but with compliance issues, we're moving as quickly as we possibly can, but there's only so much we can do. So what we have is a charitable organization that provides financial assistance to help with people's final expenses, which would be funerals, burial expenses, things of that nature. All right. As long as they are between the ages of 70 and 85. However, the policy is good for 55 years. So when people say to me, okay, well, when I turn 86, what happens? Well, if you got the policy when you were 70 and you add 55 years, the policy would be good to the age of 125. So we're not anticipating anybody outliving these policies. All right. If you do, you win. All right. So essentially what happens is an individual is allowed to make a one-time donation. All right. So we want to be real clear on that. All right. It is a donation to the charitable organization. And then that allows them to participate in 7 different programs. And one of them is the Final Expense Program. Once that individual has been approved, and there's a 97% approval rating. So for those of you insurance agents on the call tonight, knowing that a 97% approval between the ages of 70 and 85 is pretty remarkable. All right, I've been doing this since 1988, and I've never seen a 97% approval rate in that age bracket. All right, so the person is issued a policy, or if the person is in that 97%, then the charitable organization will then gift them the monthly premium amount each month. All right, and then at the end, when that individual passes, half of the death benefit goes back to the 501c3 charitable organization. So at that point, that's where it makes sense. All right, because somebody just being gifted the monthly premium does not make sense. It did not make any sense at all to me until I understood how it works on the back end. Okay, so at this point, we are looking for insurance agents. And once we have insurance agents, I have been certified to do the online onboarding. All right, there's a process that has to be followed. So whomever got you on this call, go back to them if you're an insurance agent and say, hey, I would like to take the next step. All right, and they will guide you, and then they will contact me, and I will text some documents to you. And once those have been completed, then you will show up on the real-time spreadsheet, which I am looking at every day. Once I see that you have been approved, all right, then I will go ahead and I will get the necessary documents to you, and then we can schedule a call and we can have a conversation in greater detail. All right, the one thing that I'm asking everybody is please do not ask me to speak to anybody until I have sent them the links and they have completed the non-disclosure agreement and the code of ethics. I have some people reaching out to me saying, talk to this person, call this person, and I haven't sent them anything yet. So that is the protocol. All right, but this is a very exciting program. And yesterday I was on another Zoom call and we learned about the funeral program. And then we learned about the non-medical custodial home care program. So this thing just keeps expanding. All right. And I can tell you right now, today, I was on the phone with 3 owners of home health care agencies who have been their clients' private pay. And it's $25 an hour for custodial home health care. And they've been asking me for years, if I ever come across something, let them know. And so when I let them know what I had discovered yesterday, now my phone's blowing up. So we're working on getting a big event set up in Pittsburgh. We're hoping to get, between 100 and 200 people at that event. And then we're setting up some events, up here in Erie, Pennsylvania. So once we get this thing rolling, we can be doing events, in your towns, if we can get 100 people together, we can come in and do an event. So this is very exciting. Now is the time. I've asked everyone to be very patient. Now is the time for you to reach out to your life insurance licensed friends. All right. And then, let me know who they are. Get me their name and phone number. I will get the links to them. They can get them completed. And then once I see them on the spreadsheet, I can have an in-depth conversation with them. That's it.
Well, that is perfect. And there'll be a lot of questions. There's a lot of information Bruce didn't go through and can't go through. But our goal as a company We have a few thousand people now, but our goal is to be at 10,000 members by the end of the year and 100,000 members by July. And Bruce, being in this industry of the insurance industry for 34 years, he said, I've never seen anything like this. He said, Mark, if you have a goal of 10,000 before the end of the year, I'll probably do that alone. And the senior doesn't have to become a member of Solveres, but the agent does. And that's why if you have an agent, go through Bruce, we'll get them certified and all the compliance issues. And there is a tremendous commission portion of this, not just for you for bringing the agent in, but 10 levels deep in our commission structure. So it's automatic. Agents will join in a heartbeat. Bruce, did you want to say
let
one
me
more
say
thing?
one more thing, Mark. I forgot to say this, and it's really important. Okay. So I've negotiated with the nonprofit charitable organization that anybody east of the Mississippi that tries to go directly with the charity will be redirected back to me and Solveres. Okay, so we needed to do this because even with a non-disclosure agreement, there's always someone trying to do an end run. And I just said, look, we are going to commit incredible amounts of time and resources to this. We just need to know that if someone tries to do an end run, that you will direct them back to me. And they committed to that. All right. I have made a lot of integrity commitments, and they have made reciprocal commitments. All right. Now, I say that east of the Mississippi only because as I was reading off those states, you can see they already have a well-established, presence in the West. All right. So we weren't able to do that. But since we're really opening the East, so yes, if you are interested, join Solveres, then, we can take the next steps because in all honesty, this is a privilege and a luxury to be able to offer this. And so to join Solveres is just a necessary step that you need to take because as other opportunities open up, especially with what Cami's talking about, I don't know that much about real estate, but as she was explaining it to me, that's some pretty exciting stuff. All right. And then, we've always got somebody else coming on board. So, this is the time to join Solveres so that you have access to all of these opportunities because without joining, you don't have access. And I think I said this a couple calls ago. You can't cross the ocean by standing on the shore and looking at the water. And the other thing that I always hear about is, the difference. Successful people do what unsuccessful people don't do, and that's take action. So stop thinking about it. All right. You're on this call for a reason. You're looking for something. Otherwise, you'd be doing something else. So tonight's the night to take action. Join Solveres, and then we can get rocking and rolling together.
Excellent. Thank you, Bruce. And I'll mention, even though they're established in the West Coast, if you know an insurance agent and anywhere on the West Coast, they can still join Solveres and provide this service for people.
Oh, absolutely.
The exciting thing is what Bruce has done is get exclusive rights for Solveres for east of the Mississippi. It's unbelievable. So for you to benefit from that, imagine when we release this matrix, which is 3x9, people fall under people, the amount of residual income that's going to be created just from Bruce's efforts is ridiculous. We'll have 100,000 people by July. That's filling up a lot of matrix. And like Bruce said, now is the time. And I'm going to end with this. We have meetings on Tuesday and Thursday evening, Saturday. We're running a special promotion through this month. There's no barrier of entry. The cost to join is $157, but right now, if you use the code, the voucher TEAM, TEAM, it only costs you $100 to join, and the person that referred you earns a $100 commission. We set aside a lot of money to get to 100,000 people, and we're going to have a lot of promotions. There'll be a new one in September, but it won't be quite as good as this one. So the important thing is for you to join now and have some fun with us. It's an incredible group of people going somewhere together, doing something different, making a difference. And you don't want to look back in 2 years and say, I heard about Solveres in 22 when we're a household name, and wish you would have done something with us. So thank you, everybody, for being on the call. We'll see you Thursday night at the same time. And Thursday, Dusty Staub, this guy, he does a presentation about his TED Talk. He's a TED Talk presenter, authored 4 books. He's going through a series of 7 daily acts of courage. So join us Thursday. You'll be really glad you did. Thank you all for taking the time, and we'll see you next time this Thursday.
Thanks.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night, guys.